Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today we look at our youth intake. I said it'd be the first thing I showed you in the next episode, and that is what we're going to do. I'm not sure if it's better than last year or not. Last year was very, very good. This year is still pretty good though. Roll the intro. So let's take a look at the first player that I'm particularly interested in, and we're going to start with Robert Rowe. Robert Rowe is a left-only left back who has decent stats across the board. Nothing super amazing. He's definitely one for the future, not one that's ready for the team just yet. But he's got the kind of stats that I look at in this position, and I think, you know what, he's going to be okay in the future, so we'll keep him around. He's got some decent tackling, some decent passing, like good determination, good leadership, anticipation and bravery, really interesting. 15 bravery, that's huge at this level. Good stamina, a bit my own tongue there. Good stamina. Good stamina. He's got good stamina. He's 5'8". You know, these kind of stats. He's just kind of alright. He's alright. He's one that we're looking at for the future. Left back as well. Potential understudy to Waters, and especially now that we've lost Blakeman, who I don't know if I talked to you about that in the last game. We basically got rid of Blakeman as soon as we possibly could because he was being an and trying to weasel his way into the team while not deserving it. We put him in the team. He played really badly, gave away a couple of penalties in the penalty episode. I told him he couldn't play anymore, and he basically went, "Oh, you've not given me enough chance." I said, "Yes, I have." So I kicked him out, and he went somewhere else for like next to no money. But that's fine. So we needed a left back. Excited about having him in. We also have Michael Bentley. Michael Bentley is a left winger, left-sided, really good pace and acceleration. I'm looking at that pace and acceleration. I'm like, yes, because that's the kind of stat that you can have at this level, and that be all he really needs. I know that's a bit naive to say, but when they're that quick, they can get past anyone. And then they can do something with the ball with their other mediocre stats. Crossing, dribbling, passing are mediocre, but 8-9s, easily trainable. They're the kind of things that we can train onto him, and he will get better in the future. Michael Bentley, good-looking player that we'd like to sign, I think, definitely. He'll be in and around the first team, even if he's not in it just yet. Someone who will definitely be in the first team is Greg Moore. This is a guy that you need to remember the name of. Although, having said that, he'll probably leave us in the summer because this guy is too good for this league by a long chalk, really. Acceleration and pace, potentially the one thing that I would like a bit more of on the right side. But crossing of 11, dribbling of 12, finishing and composure both in the double digits, first touch 11, passing 11, off the ball 14, flair 17, determination 12, teamwork 14, 11 work rate. I like this guy. This guy's going to be really good, and potentially after we lost Bulkley in the last episode, someone on the right that we can actually bring in and can do a job. It's a position we've been lacking. His personality is mercenary, which means obviously he's a little bit selfish, but then his teamwork and work rate's okay, so maybe potentially not. Player traits of runs with ball often, right-footed, which we play him as an inside forward on this side, which I'm perhaps not quite as excited about, but I actually think he's going to do a really good job by highlighting his position for that role. You see things like long shots and technique are still pretty good. Like, even his bad stats are okay and trainable. So I'm hella excited about this guy. I think he's going to start for us straight away in this first game. Greg Moore, remember the name. Two more names that I really want to look at now. There's Sam Jones, who's a central attacking midfielder, advanced playmaker kind of thing. He's got really good stats, good passing, good off the ball, really good determination. He can take a free kick, which is always fun. Good decisions, natural fitness. His pace is okay, which isn't that important at this position, but I'd like to see his teamwork and work rate better. That's what I'm going to be training him on if I can. Apart from that, he looks pretty good in that position. He'll be in and around the first team, probably a substitute to start with. And finally is Teddy Jarvis, the guy who has the potential, well, probably the highest current ability rating for the team at 15 years old. Teddy Jarvis, he looks fantastic. fantastic, especially in that right back position, which is a position we need cover for. At the moment, we've got Claxton there. He's pretty good. I'm happy with Claxton. It's the backup that we don't have. We don't have anyone at right back, really. We have Donny Longer, who isn't really good enough for this level anymore. He makes a lot of mistakes, usually gives away penalties and things like that. So I'm keen to get someone in who can replace him, and Teddy Jarvis is the man, I think. I imagine he'll start as a backup and then develop into the team, because I'm looking at things like his acceleration, his passing, things like that. Technique maybe is not great, but positioning, fantastic. Teamwork, fantastic. Vision and work rate, great. Tackling, good. Marking, good. Anticipation, good. Bravery, good. Decent physical stats. Determination of 18 is fantastic in this division. He's going to grow. He's determined as well, so I imagine he will grow fairly quickly. Also means he'll probably want to leave soon. Swings and roundabouts, you know, but we have him for the rest of the season. We're going to sign them all. We are going to sign them all, by the way. We'll sign every single one of these players, and some of them are not good enough. You look at Paul Manley here. In fact, that's not a very good example. Which one was the one who's really, really bad? Declan O'Neill? Yeah, this guy. He's not particularly good. Not really of any interest to me at all. He's literally just pace. So we probably won't be using him anytime soon. But all of these players will be signed. Veron Isaac, for example. Antigan and Babuden, great name. Veron Isaac, love that name, or Isaac, whatever you want to call him. Not particularly good for us right now. So we'll go into these players in more detail when we play them, and we get a little establishment of how good they really are, and the kind of players that they could turn out to be. If we just have a quick look at the players that we got in our last youth intake, they've all disappeared now. They've all gone out. So, for example, if we look at Michael Taylor, who is one of the players that we got last season, he went to Leeds for about 5k, which was an absolute bargain for Leeds. We will love to have him back. He's already worth 100k. His stats are unbelievable. He will be in the first team in not too long, but at the moment he's just played a load of appearances in non-competitive. A couple of European under-20s elite leagues for England where he has come off the bench and not really done anything. XG of 5. Scored 15. He's a great player. He's a really good player. 5 assists as well. Just over 20 appearances, including substitute appearances in non-competitive. I imagine he will go through and play some actual games. I think there was one player who actually had played a first team game. I believe it was Owen James, was it? It was indeed. He's played in the FA Cup for Fulham's full team this season. Great player. Central defensive midfielder. They've got him pretty cheaply for about 11k, and equally we were pretty gutted to lose him because he was doing pretty well. So let's look at what we have done so far this season. Last time you saw us, we lost to Morpeth. Morpeth were first at the time. They then accelerated away from us, and unfortunately we lost the lead, and it looked like our season was over potentially, to the point that the board considered sacking me. So I dropped down to 4th place after this game. A couple of teams played as well to jump above us with games in hand. We had games in hand on them, and they were above us, and the board were like, that is unacceptable in a drop. We should be winning this league, things like that. And they came to me and they said, you've got a month. They gave me a month to turn it around, and after 2 games they came to me and said, well, we're all right again. So, thankfully we're okay. We have Nantwich and Whitby for you today. I might only play Nantwich because this has been quite a long intro to the video. Right, so the youth candidates haven't signed in time for the Nantwich game. So, I'm actually going to just bring you the goals really quickly, straight after I finish saying these sentences. We're not going to commentate on the whole game, and then I will go to the 2 games after, and you can see the youth candidates in action, hopefully then. And so, enjoy the goals for the Nantwich game, but I'm not going to fully commentate on them. Oh, one thing I did forget to show you was that we signed a player. Carl Jameson has been brought in to replace Innocent Ngomara Keitsa, completely free. We signed him from Oldham Athletics, like under 16s or something like that. And he wanted to leave. Valued at 10k straight away. Good stats, 6'1", good pace, good acceleration, left-footed importantly. He's pretty good. He's played a couple of games now and has really shored up that defence. So just thought I'd add another name onto the list there. Carl Jameson has joined the team, so when you see him against Nantwich, this is him. And we also signed David Perkins to kind of shore up the midfield. He's 39 years old, but he has really good mental and technical stats, to the point where he came in the first game and we instantly looked better. So I'm pretty happy with having someone like him in the team, even if it's only for 60 minutes of a game before he can no longer run anymore. Good interception, though. What a goal, Jackson. Okay. Okay, Brad Jackson. That's an unbelievable goal. I mean, the goalie really should do better, but he made the tackle, then picked the ball up here, just kind of jogged through, keeping the ball away from everyone, and then you just smashed it in. Okay. Well played, Brad. Okay, we'll take that. 1-0, and we're not even at half-time yet. So, we only won that game 1-0, and there was only the one real goal in it, and not really much happened. Like, both of our XGs were less than 1. It wasn't a great game, but we did get the win, so we will just take that and move on. Good win, boys. Well done. Now, let's go and see how good these youth candidates are. So, they're already pretty good. They beat my current under-18s 6-3 in a game. Paul Manley got was it a hat-trick? No, Paul Manley got 2 goals. He isn't particularly good as a player, to be fair. Mick Smith got 2 as well. He's better, but still not quite there in the team. But Greg Moore, who we highlighted beforehand, got a goal as well. Excited for him. Right, hello and welcome to the next game. We are against Whitby. It's like 3 weeks later. We had a big break in between, and now we have finally a game. And in the team today is, of course, one of our new youth intake players, Greg Moore. I've now done the face packs so you can see them with a slightly more interesting face. So that is him so far. We've started him on training on quickness on double intensity as well to try and get him bedded into the team. And we've put a couple of players on the bench as well. Teddy Jarvis is one of them. Again, he's now got a face. He has already improved, I think. I think some of his stats have already gone up. We've tried to include his passing on a double intensity for that right back position. We have also included Bentley, who is the left-sided player that we also have, again, looking really good. And we've got him on double intensity. All these players are doing well in training as well. And finally, we have Mick Smith, who I don't actually think is that good a player, but he might be potentially better than Jake Burton, who hasn't really hit the ground running with 2 goals in 10 games for us this season. And he's on loan. I don't really want to be playing players who are on loan if I have players potentially who I own who are good. So Mick Smith is going to be the substitute striker for now. We might decide that we don't like him and don't want him in the team, but that remains to be seen. So that is going to be the team to start us off. We've got Maguire and Ianson up front, Jackson and Moore, the new guy on the right. Bale and Perkins. Perkins is the older player who we brought in. Some of you might recognise him. He's played for Fylde, Tranmere, Rochdale, Wigan, Blackpool, Barnsley. He's played for some really big teams. A lot of games for Morecambe. Waters left back. Jameson and Malokwe is the new centre-back partnership after Innocent Ngomorokitsa, of course, was stolen from us in the January transfer window. We have Claxton on the right, but, of course, Jarvis may come in pretty soon and Langley retains his position in goal. So that's going to be the team. What is interesting today is one of the games today is Morpeth versus Hyde. So second versus third, huge game for us. One of them will be a distance behind us if we win, and one of them will keep up. Or if they draw, we could potentially take a big enough jump into the lead at the top of the table with this game over Whitby. Whitby are not pushovers. They're ahead of Nantwich, who we struggled with in the last game. They are in 9th place. It's going to be a tough game. We've not got that long left of the season now. Let's see how we go. Right, we're going to say we should win this pretty comfortably, and the teams are walking out. Not at the bakery today, we are at Whitby's stadium, but hopefully we can take the advantage away from home anyway. First chance of the game is a corner headed away, only as far as Heaney. Not really sure why the highlight start. Oh no. Oh no, he's injured. Running for the ball in the 11th minute. That's not great. We should probably kick the ball out. We're not going to. Maguire heads it down to a Yin-san. Perkins is there. Can he find a ball? He goes for the long ball over towards Brad Jackson on the left-hand side. Can he cut inside? Finds a Yin-san on the edge of the area. Here's Perkins. Out wide to Claxton. Into the penalty area. Not the best cross ever. Claxton's going to keep it in play, though. Back into the penalty area. That's a better cross. A Yin-san with a flick header. What a header! Perfect positioning from Joshua Yin-san, who gets his 15th goal of the season, and Claxton's putting a great ball there, and with that overlapping wing back that we've got playing at the moment, it's working really well with the inside forward. So that ball's beautifully in and flicked back by Yinsan. Love to see it. Beautiful flick on. Goalkeeper didn't really know what he was doing. And it's 1-0 to Greggs. Here's a corner though. Waters into the near post. Jameson is there. That's his first goal for us. Jameson, the new centre-back. Very happy to have him here. He's been pretty good since he's come in. A little bit more experienced than Innocent Nagorno-Keita. He's not got the stats or the potential. 23 years old, but he will do us for now in that left centre-back position. Good left-footed centre-back. On to another highlight. 2-0 to Greg so far. His Story throwing the ball in to Navarro. Great name. Story again. Can he find the ball down the line? He can. Jameson has missed it after I've praised him, and that's not great. It's 10 seconds since I've praised him and saying that he's done well. Really poor from Jameson there after he scored his goal, and that is going to be 2-1. The ball comes over the top, and Jameson just tries to do that and completely misses it. Unlucky from Molokwu and Langley, who didn't quite get near enough to stop it. 2-1. Half time then, and it's 2-1 to Greggs. And interestingly, Hyde are actually beating Morpeth away from home. And the XG has actually gone the way of Whitby in that first half. I'm not really sure why. I've only seen those three highlights for the 3 goals. So I'm not really sure where they're getting that from. I'm not going to make any changes at half time just yet. I'm just going to say there's room for improvement, and we'll make some subs early in the second half, I think. 65 minutes gone, no highlights. I was going to say I'm going to make a substitution. I've paused in a very poor position there. I do need to know what happens with this highlight before making subs. Let's hope it's not a goal. Hudson whips it in, headed away really well. Maguire comes away with the ball, and can we counter-attack here and increase our advantage? Go on, Maguire, take him on. Really nice play from Maguire. Can he get the shot away? He can. It's straight to the goalkeeper, Bland, and out for a corner. What I will do is make the subs now. I'm going to bring on Teddy Jarvis at right back, see what he can do. Already thinks he's pretty good for the first team. Let's get him in. I'm also going to run Michael Bentley for Brad Jackson in the left-sided wing position. I'm actually going to change him to a winger support because he's more suited to that position, and we'll focus our play a little bit more down the right-hand side. We'll leave the rest of the team for now, but Perkins won't be able to last much longer, I don't think. Right, nothing came from that corner because we made the substitution. That's fine. 75 minutes been played, and Greggs have now established themselves as the better XG. We've got a corner here, whipped into the near post. Yinsan is there! 3-1. Yinsan with his second goal of the game. Very good corner from Matty Waters, and our corner tactic continues to blow teams away and give us lots and lots of shots, which is totally fine. And I'm going to praise the boys for that, I think. Really good cross. Yinsan heads in. Good work from the boys there. I'm happy with it. The score is currently, in the Morpeth game, still 1-0 to Hyde, as Whitby have a corner. Whipped in towards the near post, much like ours. It's gone through everyone and then landed at the feet of Jake Charles. Yinsan appeals for a free kick. It's not given. Not the best defending from us there. We're going to have to demand more now, I think. That's really poor from us. What's Perkins doing there, who I was supposed to bring off, and I have actually forgotten to bring him off. And Becker for Perkins there. Hopefully we can hold out until the end of the game. 4 minutes of stoppage time, ticking away pretty quickly into the last seconds. We do hold out. It's a 3-2 victory. Interesting game, good game. Jameson, pretty much the key man there, both giving away a goal and getting one. Yinsan played really well. Got a couple of goals to his name. I'm going to say it's a good win. Defensively, we didn't look great, but in attack, we were more than capable. So, as you can see, Hyde have taken the advantage away from Morpeth. Morpeth now sit 5 points behind us. No games in hand in the league anymore as we head on to the tail end of the season. 42 games in this league, so there's only 7 games left. So after I've brought you this game, we'll bring you back in when it looks like we could win the league, or if it looks like we're losing it. Right, so that is going to be the team for the next game. We're going to keep pretty much the same team. The only changes we're going to make is Adam Bale has been forced into a change. He has to come out because he is suspended. Perkins fills in his positions, the 39-year-old in a ball-winning midfielder position, and Mbeka comes in the deep-line playmaker role that Perkins was previously playing. Everyone else is the same. The only thing we've done as well on the bench is we've taken out Mick Smith, the new youth lad, and we've brought in Jake Burton, the loanee, just because I need someone who's ready now rather than going to be ready in the future. Once we've won the league, we can start training the youth players and things like that. But right now, we need to pick up as many points as possible. So let's get into this next game. Away again against another W side. It's Worksop Town. Let's see if we can beat them right now. Right, another must-win game for Greggs at Sandy Lane, the home of Worksop Town. But the teams are out and we're ready to go and try and win this match. We've already had 10 shots to their 1, but it's a throw-in for the second highlight of the game with Quinn now. He gets the ball into the midfield. Tomlinson picks it up nicely. Here's Shaw getting to the edge of the penalty area. Simpson, can he get a ball crossed into the box? He can. It's to the edge. It's a great hit. Ball comes down, headed away, and geez, that was very close. We come away with the ball, but that's a really big chance for Worksop. Corner whipped in is Waters, headed away, straight back to Waters, though he volleys it into Malokwu, and there it is, third goal of the season for the centre-back. Another assist for Matty Waters, who has been unbelievable for this whole season. I can't believe I even considered playing Blakeman. I'm glad he's gone now. Beautiful ball in, headed up in the air, gets back, and like first time half volleys it straight back into Malokwu. It's 1-0. Greg's returned to the top of the league. Waters with a throw-in, throws it into Jackson. Back to Waters. Can he find a ball in here? They're pressing quite well so far. Perkins manages to find Mbeka. Big ball over the top towards Maguire, who chests it nicely. He plays the ball at the defender, but Waters is there. Dinks the ball in. Cleared away by Swales. Here's Claxton. Tries to get past his man. Mbeka is there again, though. Here's Claxton again. Back to Mbeka. Claxton and Mbeka exchanging a few passes, but now he finds Moore. Moore into a Yinsan. Claxton again to Moore again. Can Moore get the ball in? He can. Good ball in. Jackson is there. It's an assist for the youngster, Greg Moore. Brad Jackson finishes really well. It's good to see. And Greg's are 2-0 up and establishing our lead again at the top of the table. Lovely little turn there. Dinked in on his left foot. Jackson comes in and smashes it into the far post. Good to see they can use both feet as well from the youngster. We should train him on that. Half time then, 2-0, and Hyde in the other game are winning 3-1. They did get pegged back, but now they are back in the lead. It's been a good half. I'm not going to make any changes. Corner whipped in towards the near post. A Yinsan is there, and it's 3. A Yinsan gets another goal, his 17th of the season, which I think now makes him our top goal scorer, back ahead of Maguire, who hasn't really scored much recently. Good ball in. A Yinsan heads it on. It ends up nestling nicely in the left side netting, and it's 3-0. On the right hand side, really good ball in, headed away from Claxton though. Can Bell strike it, or is he going to be tackled? He is from Perkins. Ball comes forward. Here's Maguire. Can he do something? Here's Moore, the youngster. Can he get away from his man? He's not quite got the pace yet. He cuts inside beautifully and plays it back to Yinsan, and that could have been a goal. Nice work from Moore and Yinsan there going forward. Turner throws the ball into Bell. Back to Turner. Really good pass from Bell. Dinked into the penalty area. Tomlinson is there. It's a good goal, to be fair. Ben Tomlinson gets the goal. 7th of the season for Workshop. Not enough to keep them up, I don't think. But they will get that consolation goal at home against the league leaders, Greg's. Throw in on the right side with Claxton into a Yinsan. Back to Claxton. Keeping the ball here. Gets an early ball into Maguire, who's there on the volley. It's a nice goal from Maguire. He equals it up with a Yinsan. 17 each now. Who will battle for that top goal score? We've not really scored as many goals as I'd like this season. We've shared them around a bit more. None of our strikers have really gone on and thrown in a 30 or anything like that. They're both under 20 so far with only a few games left. But we've got Waters on 10 or 11. Walker clears it long over the halfway line. Headed back by Claxton, but nobody's really picked it up in the midfield. Quinn, really good ball over towards Drain. He's one-on-one with the goalie. Good save from Langley. And then another good save from Langley, because I don't think he was ready for that. Chadwick back in. Cleared away by Jameson. And Turner will pick the ball up, and I think that'll be the end of the highlight. It will indeed. And we're going to make some subs. So, Reed comes on for Mbeka, Teddy Jarvis comes on for Claxton, and Michael Bentley comes on for Brad Jackson. The youth guys are getting their game time. And now Worksop are going to have the opportunity to work another consolation goal. Chadwick goes forward. Really good pass to Tomlinson. Straight at Langley. He had the pass across there. Really should have done better. Should have passed it across. The other striker is moaning his arse off trying to get that ball. Tomlinson with the corner though, played in, headed up. No, I thought it was going to be headed away. It was missed and Bell put it wide. It is full time then, and nothing really gained or lost in that game. Both us and Hyde won 4-1, I think. Very happy with the result and the way we played. We created a lot of chances in that game, which is really nice to see. As we look at the table to end this episode then, Greg's end up with 76 points ahead on goal difference and 1 point. Our goal difference is massive over Hyde and Morpeth, but Morpeth have really trailed off now. They're now 8 points behind, so it's between us and Hyde for the end of the season. There is 6 games left of this league. I'll bring it back in just a couple of games because we'll only have maybe 1 or 2 episodes until the end of the season now. If there's a chance for us to win it before the last game of the season, I'll bring you in before then. But if not, we'll watch the last 2 games of the season next. It's been a really good year from Greg's, to be honest, and we've brought in these really good youth players as well. And that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it and you're excited to see our youth, comment down below who you think is going to be our most exciting youth player. I think Teddy perhaps will probably be a really good one, or more really good players that we could really utilise in the future. I imagine they'll be stolen in the summer, but as long as we're bringing through really good players, we can keep progressing forward as a club. Plus we'll get the money as well. Hopefully more money if we're in a higher league, you never know. But yeah, it's been a really good episode. We're pushing for that title. We're getting close now, close to the end of the season. Can we get promotion in our 2nd year? I really hope so. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it down below, and any comments that you want to make as well. I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe. We're trying to hit 50 by the end of the year, currently got 30 or so. So it'd be really nice if you could hit that subscribe button and help the channel grow. Email it to a friend, send it to a friend, share the video. You know, it's a fun series. We really enjoy it here at Greg's. It's been a good year so far, and still drama yet to come, of course. If you do want to check us out on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/the_steak_bake, and pretty similar with all of my social medias as well, at the_steak_bake for both Instagram, Twitter. There's a Discord down there as well if you want to join in as well. We talk about Football Manager, football, all things like that in the Discord, as well as just being like a nice community that everyone can talk in. Really welcoming, so I welcome you into the Discord community if you want to join as well. But thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, be kind to one another. See you later.